Česť práci, súdruhovia. Vítam vás pri ďalšom dieli tohto let's playu, konkrétne na hru Hogwarts Legacy, ako možno vidíte. Pokračujeme tam, kde sme skončili a uvidíme teda, čo nás čaká ďalej. Mali by sme sa naučiť nejaké nové kúzla, takže ideme na to. Ja som docela nedočkavý. Všetko to tu zničíme, lebo však na čo to tu vôbec bude. Chlapci, kebyže vás môžem zničiť, tak aj vás zničím. Kokos, ty si nesmrteľný. Wow. A teraz ako sa odtiaľto dostať? Ale toto je pekné miesto, veľmi pekné miesto. Dokážem sa dostať do iných miestností? Očividne áno. Nejakí duchovia. Ahoj. Aha. A tu budeme aj levelovať očividne toto, nejaký lockpicking. Pekne, pekne, pekne. Ale všetky tie miestnosti vyzerajú rovnako. Myslím, že budú vyzerať trošku inak. Som si myslel, že ešte aj dve rovnaké postavy tu sedia. To sme po troch, maximálne po štyroch, asi iba po troch v miestnosti, teda na izbe. Zajímavé. Príde mi to také svetlunké trošku. A toto je čo? Koláče, to si môžeme dať, že? A robí to vôbec niečo? Keď mám menej životov, že by ma to nejakým spôsobom oživilo? No, pridalo životy? To očividne nič nerobí, iba sa točí.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Výborný, takže mám interagovať s ľuďmi, hej? A ty si čo za tučného mnícha? Aspoň mi dáš pivo? No dobre, kým si pokecáme ako prvým. Asi s hentým. Potrebuje dať dole mačku, ale ja nejsom hasič.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first. I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
OK, neviem síce, čo sa ma pýtal, alebo čo mám odpovedať. Magical beast.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, glumbumbles, bowtruckles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Well, Dad did bring home a puffskein once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Have you ever had a pet, Arthur?
No. My mother's a muggle, and as soon as
to
the
tak bude ešte
puffskein
veľká
that my dad
zábava s
brought
mojou
home stuck
angličtinou.
its tongue up her nose, it went right back to the shop.
A však tam niečo odklikám a bude. Tu už nemôžem nič, dobre.
Nice meeting you, Arthur, and good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
Tak si myslíš, že tá mačka zdrhla kvôli tomu za to, že videla moju temnú dušu. Ona má sovu. Ahoj. Počkaj, keď ti ukusne ruku.
Oh, hello.
Ahoj.
She's awfully regal, isn't she?
Is that your owl?
I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway. Wait, you're the new 5th year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know.
No dáme.
I am a bit concerned. I have a lot of catching up to do.
Indeed. 4 years of schoolwork is a bit... Being that far behind, I'd feel so... inadequate. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. But sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do.
To mi ľúbi, ak to majú všetci naskriptované, že niečo povedia a až potom povedia, že mimochodom, ja som ten a ten. Ani jeden sa neprestaví ako prvé.
Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw?
Well, my brothers were. They both work in the ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me.
Zaujímavé, takže tvoj brat chodil na toto Havra Star.
It was nice meeting you, Lenora.
Of course. Adieu.
Na Bistromil, či Bistro Vysel, či jak sa to volalo po slovensky. No, čo budeš chcieť ty?
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you.
Ona je
Something's
smutná.
wrong. Oh, hello
Chceš
there.
potešiť?
You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right?
Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumours. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
If you don't mind, I'd prefer to just forget about it.
Oh dear, it must have been bad. I mean, of course it was. I know I would have been terrified. Sorry. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day.
Are you sure everything is all right with your uncle?
Oh, yes, he travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about.
To bol jej striko, čo ho tam zožral ten drak? Nechcel som mi povedať, že je mŕtvý, ale tak ako... To už.
Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you.
Of course, and good luck.
Okay.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet?
Mám, že sa nedozvedel
Professor
o
Weasley is
tom.
waiting for them outside.
Good
Hi,
morning.
Weasley.
I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first day at Hogwarts. Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete your OWLs at the end of the year.
OWLs? Owls?
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you
Jaká
are.
kniha? Dúfam, že to nebudem musieť čítať. Tak bychlák svine.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to
To bolo
keep track of
fascinujúce.
what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Jak to zmizlo pod tou pazuchou?
Thank you,
Čo ti
Professor.
práši?
But what do you mean it will keep track of
Trzeba
what
ja.
I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Jediné, čo sa pod pazuchou stratilo, bol teplover, ty kokos, ale toto knihu, tak to by som...
This way.
To by som nedal. No ale poďme aspoň bežať,
The
lebo sa...
guide will give you opportunities to practice your
Revelio.
magic and educate yourself about wizarding lore.
Lebo týmto tempom sa nikam
I
nedostanem, ako
certainly would have
hejbnime kostrou.
appreciated something like a
Trošku.
field guide when I was a student. Using the guide will also train you to be alert to your surroundings. Do keep up.
A tu sa nedá bežať. Smutné. Není?
Simply cast Revelio.
Konečne, bežíme, jedem. Nezdržuj. Kam išla? Ja je to akože, super. A teraz čo?
Revelio.
Ale však pred chvíľkou som to dával a nič tam nebolo, ty vole, to tak skriptovanie ma zabíja. Okej, sú to challenge. Počkaj, čo? To akože iba za hento dostávam XPčka? To je akože ináč nebudem levelovať? Čo ti práši? Akože fascinujúce. Takže nájsť, že som našiel brýle, ktoré ani nechcem.
Clever, isn't it? Keep your eyes open for more opportunities like that, inside and outside of the castle.
No viem, že máš staré kosti, ale ideme, hop.
Good timing. Perfect opportunity to show you how to use flue flames to get around a bit quicker. Your field guide contains a map of the castle. Open it up and find Central Hall.
OK, čiže to je fast travel. Otvoriť mapu. Wow. Pekné. Ktorú mám akože selektnúť? To je jedno ktorú, či? Aha, túto, nie? Dobre, točíme sa v mape a teraz čo? No, testovať sem, typujem.
And here we are. Quite the time saver. These stairs lead directly to Central Hall.
Že to bolo skoro jak je.
You can get almost anywhere in the castle quickly from Central Hall. Always something happening here. It's the heart of the hive. Our King's Cross station, so to speak.
Lumos.
Rumor has it there's a secret passage leading to Hogsmeade.
That should be all for now. You'll be expected to attend both Charms and Defense Against the Dark Arts classes today. And I'd like to be sure you get to Hogsmeade as soon as possible to replace the supplies you lost on the way here.
To sú otázky, ktoré budem môcť vrátiť k tomu, takže to je jedno, čím začnem.
You mentioned Hogsmeade, Professor.
Hogsmeade is the only all-wizarding village in Britain and is home to an array of shops and pubs. You should be able to find all of the school supplies you require in Hogsmeade. You will also, I imagine, enjoy many a butterbeer there with friends in due course.
Budem sa môcť pozrieť do tej dediny už teraz.
Can you tell me more about the Defense Against the Dark Arts class?
Defense Against the Dark Arts, as the name implies, focuses on how to defend oneself against the evils that lurk beyond these walls. A mastery of Defense Against the Dark Arts is required for those who aspire to become auras. Fortunately, we are lucky to have the ever-gifted Professor Hecat in charge of our students' education in that regard.
What will I learn in Charms class?
Exactly what you might expect. Spells, charms, jinxes, all terribly useful. I think you will enjoy Professor Ronan. He's a clever and entertaining wizard, and a talented teacher.
No budem sa pokúšať chodiť na hodiny, nebojte sa.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
A lot to absorb on your first day, and you have much to learn. Happily, your professors have agreed to create additional assignments for you outside of class. You'll be up to speed in no time. Judging by your adept use of Revelio earlier, I'd say Professor Fig succeeded in at least showing you the basics.
He did, Professor.
He's been terribly vague as to the events preceding your arrival, specifically about what happened after that awful dragon attack. My suspicion is that there's more to the story than a search for belongings and an extended trip up to the castle.
Takže či som mal poťaže nejaké ty, tak on povedal, že to mám tajiť, že? Takže či... Tak.
I'm sorry, Professor, but I'm afraid that's all there is to it.
Almost precisely what Professor Fig said.
Tak Fig povedal, aby som o tom nerozprával.
Professor Fig! Your ears must have been burning.
Oh?
Yes. You seem to have provided our new fifth year with a solid foundation in the basics of spellcasting.
Ah, I'm afraid I can't take all the credit there, Professor. They've a rare aptitude for magic, it seems.
Well, I'm just glad you both arrived in one piece. Perfectly good boats and carriages to Hogwarts, and you chose to fly in the path of a dragon.
I wouldn't say I chose the dragon's path, Professor. Rather unfortunately, it would seem that it chose us.
Very well. Enough chit-chat. I need to get to class myself. Might I rely on you, Professor Fig, to explain the details of the field guide's map?
Of course.
Thank you. Good luck today. And remember to use your field guide. It will be invaluable to you. And invaluable to me, as I'll be using it to keep up to date on your progress.
Yes, Professor.
Come and find me in my classroom after you've attended both classes today, and I'll explain more about those assignments I mentioned. And we'll see if we can't get you to Hogsmeade for those supplies.
OK. Tak, čo máme v pláne? Očividne s tebou mám porozprávať sa.
It's good to see you, Professor.
And you. I was hoping our paths would cross today, before you immersed yourself in studies. Did I hear you masterfully evade Professor Weasley's interrogation regarding our late arrival?
I did my best, but I'm fairly certain she suspects that we're not being entirely forthcoming.
Yes, well, Professor Weasley is a brilliant and astute witch. It was right to keep the details to yourself for now. We don't know where this path we've embarked upon will lead. It may require a bit more flexibility with your time than she would approve of. And she may feel obliged to share details with the headmaster that would be better left between us.
Understood, Professor.
Good. Now, as capable as you are, I believe the ability you possess obliges you to be well trained. Happily, you have the benefit of an exceptionally skilled team of witches and wizards to guide you. Speaking of guides, and so that I may avoid another not-so-subtle reproof from Professor Weasley, why don't I show you the clever enchantment we included in the field guide's map? Unfold it and have a look.
Vôbec netužím, že čo si chcel, ale očividne mám otvoriť mapu. Dobre. OK. Dobre. Takže očividne mám dve možnosti. To sa mám naučiť nové kúzla. Levioso a Akio. Dáme najprv Levioso. Takže dáme trekking a ideme na to.
The map is enchanted to help you find your way.
This will be incredibly helpful. Thank you.
Now, sounds like you've quite a day ahead, what with classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including your own wand. You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander. He's an exceptional craftsman and a good friend. I shall reach out when I have more information about our mysterious locket. For now, focus on your classes and pay attention. More than your owls may hinge on the magic you are able to master within these walls.
OK. A teraz skôr idú do Betlema. A to mi ukáže pekne cestu, keď tlačí Včko. To je dobré. Ako si... tam bola... Zase prepadá v pesiek. To mi nepáči. Asi niečo musieť vypnúť. Viem, že asi tiene. Ale zasekávam sa. Zaďal tak? Hej. F.
Stupefy! Is that all you've got? Yeah. Bombard! Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces in your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge. To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso? A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No? One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned, starting with something small.
Okay. Takže ideme zase. Jedem. No. To by sme mali.
Levioso!
Wingardium Leviosa.
Now, let's try something a little larger.
No, konečne, že sme v 5. ročníku. Ideme niečo rozmrdať. Viem, že to bude na dvojke.
Let us begin with the basic cast. See how the dummy deflected your cast? This time, cast Levioso first, then the basic cast. Remember, Levioso. Good. Well done.
Ja som čistý profit. More.
Very good.
Ja
But
viem.
the best way to practice is by dueling. We'll start with you two. Duelists, take your marks.
Time for a proper Hogwarts welcome.
Now, I want a fair duel.
Teraz sa mi zauzlujú prsty všetky, lebo dať kvečko, dvojku...
You may begin.
To bude.
This should be easy. Levioso! Good form.
To máš hajzle. Už lež? To vstávaš. Ktorý ti... Ja som tak vedel...
What are you doing up there?
You're good.
Potato. Complicates things.
Kokos, ale ty kokos, neviem čo mám robiť, však ale...
Rather good at this, aren't you?
No tak... Kde je dvojka?
Executed Levioso.
Som presne vedel, že ty kokos nestihnem kvečko ešte aj dvojku naraz. Dvojka...
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
Mi sa uzlujú prsty.
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
I put you on the spot, and you rose to the challenge. Points to Hufflepuff.
Thank you, Professor Hecat. Glad to have the opportunity to practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again, well done today. I shall reach out soon with additional assignments.
All
That's enough spectacle for one day.
If you know the right spells, it's dark wizards that'll fear you, not the other way around.
Everett. I čo zač?
You drilled Sebastian. He's strong competition. Well done.
Ja viem. Ja väčšinou robím dobré veci. Well done. Ty očividne chceš sa porozprávať. Ale počkaj, toto chcem. Tu je niekde trúhla? Prečo tu není?
Revelio.
Nej. Ale na mape je ukázaná.
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice? It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way. Didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first duel.
Dovedám, že som ešte nekúzlil.
In fact, it was. Perhaps I have a knack for it.
Be coy if you like, but I know better. Magic requires intention and talent. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Exclusive and unsanctioned. Count me in.
Excellent. Knew I was right about you. If you want to get the most out of your time at Hogwarts, you're going to need to break the rules now and then. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
Thank you, Sebastian. I'll keep that in mind.
Good. Pleasure chatting with you. I'm sure I'll see you soon. Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned? We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance, if you're interested. Till next time.
Okay, change complete.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Objavený, alebo čo je? Halo. Dobre, ideme teraz ešte na druhý. A tam to pravdepodobne ukončíme, uvidíme, aké to bude dlhé. Počkaj, kam mám ísť? Kudy tu do Betlema? To je veľká kráva, ty kokos. Celá tá škola. Oj.
Revelio.
Nie tu niečo?
Come now, Annabelle. It was a long time ago.
Ty kokos, jak sa tam uhla? Ale jak zdrála, ešte som ju stihol zachytiť. To je milé. Takže mám ísť hore. Je hore. Ale akože není hodina? Akože všetci sa tu prechádzajú len tak? Tak na veľké prestávke? No dobré. Čo nás čaká? Ukázal ten prepad FPS-iek, ty vole, a vždycky keď je cutscéna. Čo som čakal, že práve že pri cutscénach by to nemalo byť. Musím to nejako opraviť, ja neviem ako.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work, but I am confident that we will take hold with a passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge. Right, now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now. My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm? Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
Dobre, takže už ovládame Akio konečne.
That is not bad.
Tak ja viem.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here. Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me!
Takže ideme na čerstvý vzduch. OK. Môžeme to tam rovno prehodiť, lebo nechce sa teraz bežať. Hotel.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree, So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right? So why don't we have our newest students start us off?
Toto bude zaujímavá hra.
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will, but instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you. The trick is to pull the sphere as far as possible, but not very good. Stay focused.
To som asi veľmi, no.
Excellent control there.
30, OK. A na 50 sa jak dostane?
That's it.
Aha, tak, OK. Takže približne na konci tej oranžovej to musím stlačiť.
Very good. Points to Hufflepuff. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up. You'll be the blues, just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
Yes, sir.
No, začínaš.
Here we go! There we go.
50, To sa mi asi teraz napríklad nepodarí tých 50.
Accio!
Ne. Nevidím ty kráva.
Not to worry.
Sorry ti. No tak vedia, že to nejde. Tam máš mrcho.
was an execution. Be sharp.
No dala za 30 a teraz by som mohol dať tak za 50. Yes! Tým pádom by som to vyhral.
Akio.
Ne, to bolo moc rýchlo. Ty vole, ale však ty kokos furt idú inak tie... Inou rýchlosťou po každej idú, to je jaká pičnutá hra. Máš šťastie, že ešte neovládam Aveka Kedavra, ináč ty vole, už by bolo po tebe. Po všetkých. Som tu rozmrdal hajzlov.
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
No choď, prosím ťa, nezdržuj.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
Let us see this. There we go.
Akio.
Ale akože zavadza mi tam. Nechcem byť zlý, ale akože do piči tiež by sa mohol odebať niekam na rok.
That is how it's done.
Je dopreč. To zase neuvidím, ty vole. Ale poďme asi z tejto strany.
Splendid!
Be sharp.
Dobre, ja keď dám teraz 50, tak by som mal vyhrať, že?
Akio.
To nedám 50, lebo zase to išlo... Fuck off.
Well done.
Kruciado! Mrcho.
Very good, both of you. Well done.
No, ani možná teda. Och. Za trest.
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Well done back there. You took the loss in stride. Didn't want to go too easy on you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Akio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
Teraz čo mám dať? I'm good, I'm holding it my own.
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Ouagadougou just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
This may seem an odd question, but is magic the same there as it is here?
Mostly, yes. But I did have to learn how to use a wand when I arrived here. Hardly anyone at Ouagadougou uses one.
You can cast spells without a wand?
Oh, yes. I find wandless magic to be much more instinctive. Not to mention quite convenient if one is without their wand. I must admit, however, that I am growing quite fond of using a wand. It seems very dramatic.
Tomu tak som náhodou rozumel. Ale hej, no akože čarovať s paličkou je dramatické, ale aspoň mi to odpovedalo, že prečo niektorí vedia toto čarovať bez paličky.
Is Ouagadougou much bigger than Hogwarts?
Ouagadougou School of Magic is the largest wizarding school in the world. So yes, bigger than Hogwarts. But it never seemed intimidating or overwhelming.
Myslím, že to je najväčšia škola.
It always felt like home.
Is Ouagadougou a castle like Hogwarts?
Its address is Mountains of the Moon. It is not so much a castle as a beautiful edifice carved out of the mountainside. I remember the first time I saw it, the mist was so thick I could hardly make out anything at all. And then it just materialized before me, this enormous school that seemed to be floating in midair.
It's nice to learn about another wizarding school.
Thank you for asking. I do miss Wagadu, but I am glad to be here at Hogwarts. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
Of course, you can use Accio
No dobra, jeszcze dáme
a word if you're so inclined.
A to není ale hlavná úloha, či? Teraz tu nie sú už hlavné úlohy? Vidni nie. Dobre, nevadí, tak sa porozprávame s ním.
You know it won't work on humans. You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation?
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? Miss Onai is a talented witch. Take it in stride. One often gains the most from the battles one has lost.
Of course, Professor. It was a challenging match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum. Expect to hear from me soon regarding a special assignment that I am preparing for you.
OK. Kde nájdem tieto questy? Tu sú tie challenge. Aha. Je tutok. Tu som niečo objavil. Tento už mám complete. Dobre. Challenge. Tu už mám tieto a ten ešte nemám complete. OK. Kolekcie nejaké pozrieme. OK, toto viem, že mám. Dobre. Ideme za profesorkou Weasleyovou. Tak sa pozrieme, že čo tu je. Nič moc. Dobre. OK. Tak jedem.
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you?
Áno, som nový. Všimla.
Revelio.
Tam je nejaká tátok.
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you?
To nemôžem.
In the Goblin Rebellion of
To
1752.
teraz nebudem riešiť.
The Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
No, it wasn't. Oh, what?
A ja som si vlastne mal akože určiť, že kam chcem ísť, že? Ja chcem ísť za... OK. Myslím... To budem sa musieť vrátiť. Už srandu zo mňa. To som kde? No dobre, ale naviguj ma. Pečko a jedem.
Peeves, enough! You'll get us all detention.
Ale asi dojdeme za Weasleyovou, povie nám, že čo a tam to asi ukončíme. Lebo už je to docela dosť dlho a ja musím poriešiť ten pád FPS-iek, lebo ma to irituje strašne. A predpokladám, že aj vás, lebo tým pádom sa na to nedá dosť pozerať, ale... Fakt neviem čo s tým.
Revelio.
Nič to není. Kokos, tak kde je more? No mačka. Počkaj, keď budem ovládať aveka kedavra.
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Reagia?
Oh, excuse, Deke.
Ah, there you are. I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit before you arrived. I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
Have you and Professor Fig not discussed my training?
He continues to be reticent about the details, mentioning only a few spells. Revelio, was it? And Lumos?
That's correct, Professor.
I see.
Na to, že idem do piateho ročníka, ovládam iba 3 kúzle.
Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Teraz čo? Chceme dať, že to profesor Roman to spomína, alebo čo viac práce? Štandardne by som sa akože páčil, že čo viac práce? Ja? Ty vole.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your classes well with a borrowed wand, but you'll find the magic you cast with your own wand to be far superior.
Pýtame sa, že čo? Vážne existuje Ollivander? On existuje. Není to len legenda.
Ollivander's in Hogsmeade.
There is. Most people are familiar with the shop in Diagon Alley. We're fortunate to have someone like him nearby. Mr. Ollivander is a genuine craftsman and highly skilled wand maker. I would trust no one else to pair me with a wand.
A čo je na mojej toto paličke teraz zle? Však ja už jednu mám, nepotrebujem ešte od Ollivandera druhú ďalšiu. No, spýtam sa ešte na elixíry.
Can you tell me more about the potions shop, Professor?
J. Pippin's Potions stocks a wide array of potions ingredients, although they rarely sell recipes. Professor Sharp asks that they have a couple of particular recipes on hand for you.
I've never heard of a spellcraft before, Professor. What is it?
A spellcraft is a recipe of sorts used when conjuring objects. I shall explain more about them when you begin working with transfiguration magic.
Okay.
I'm eager to get to Hogsmeade.
Very well. I'd like you to make your first visit to the village with a classmate. Help you get your bearings. Perhaps Sebastian Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
Takže s kým tam pôjdem? Akože asi tam radšej pôjdem radšej s babou. Možno z toho bude rande.
I'd like to go with Natty.
Excellent choice. Miss Onai is one of our most talented students. And she knows the area. She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Best to avoid him and his associates, including his right hand of sorts, Theophilus Harlow, if you can. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors.